Okay, I'm just getting the music turned up a bit. I have it turned down a little extra today because just got a bit of a headache. Why is the gain on my mic down so low? What the heck? Definitely had it turned up higher before. Okay. Ugh. All right, let's go. I do not know what's going on with me today. I'm just not feeling 100%. I felt weird last night. Went to bed rather early for me, which is great. Woke up, felt fine at first, but then it quickly fell apart. I started feeling got a big headache, not feeling all too well. I don't think I'm sick. I think my body's just collapsing on me. Ibuprofen finally started kicking in, and you know what happened? I start yawning like crazy. I'm just suddenly so incredibly tired. I don't know why or what's going on. Just one of those days, I guess. Come on. It took me a bit to actually start the stream because I was uh, dealing with the problem with my mic, or not my mic, my webcam. VTube Studio just could not recognize my webcam for the life of me. I don't know why. It was giving me attitude. I had to close and restart it multiple times, turn my webcam off and on multiple times. Eventually, it fixed itself. So the webcam's little red light, meaning it's on and recording, is not working. So maybe we're nearing the time where I need to retire my webcam. But hey, on the bright side of things, my carpal tunnel problem is slightly diminished. I recently got a new wrist pad, so it seems to be helping my wrist is not in as much pain as it usually is in. So, you know, there's always an upside. Of course, the downside to the new wrist pad is that it messes with how I'm normally using my mouse and whatnot. Hands in a different position, so it's making it harder for me to use my mouse. I'll get used to it eventually. Right now, it's just in a period of being rather uncomfortable and just trying to work with it. The number one thing I've noticed that I lack control over a lot of the functions of my mouse with the new positioning. Like, I can't get the mouse to move where I want it to at times. Sometimes when I click on stuff, it'll move the mouse instead of clicking. It's really obnoxious, like really obnoxious, but I don't know. One of these days, I'll have a bigger desk, so maybe I can properly fit things on it. I'm thinking that what I'm gonna do is once we're done with this and I've ended stream, I'm probably gonna take a nap or something to see if I start feeling better after. Because my boss texts me like, "Hey, so I'm getting sick. Can you come in and cover for me for this?" And I'm like, just sitting here going, well, normally I'd say sure, no problem, but I might not be doing so well myself. I'm gonna see if just a quick nap or something will help shake off some final cobwebs of whatever this is going on. I am currently feeling better on ibuprofen, so headache's gone at least. I am starting to worry that the new wrist pad may be solving my carpal tunnel issue, but it might be causing problems elsewhere, as I've noticed that my right shoulder has been more sore these days. It's kind of like all of the pressure and the strain from the carpal tunnel has shifted into my shoulder instead. So it's kind of like I haven't actually fixed the problem, I've just changed locations. I don't know. I also slept funny on my arm last night, so my wrist is a bit bruised. I was so tired last night. Usually what I do is every night when I go to bed, I'll have a little heating pad under my back because it helps relax the muscles and whatnot after a long night of having a vacuum on my back and other things. And I think I fell asleep while meaning to put it away after using it. So I think I slept funny on a part of it. It's messing with my wrist now. So that's fun. Look at me, I'm an old man. Forming old man problems. I have come to the decision to have Tomoe be a permanent fixture for these videos. I mentioned before a couple weeks ago, or whenever, it was probably last month when I was working on last month's videos, I talked about that I was thinking about it. It might have even been when I was working on the last batch for this month 2 weeks ago. I don't know. Anyway, I've been thinking about it, and I finally decided to go ahead and add her to that permanent list with Vivi and Soy Milk, because I genuinely enjoy her streams. I think she's really funny, very entertaining, and her community's great. And I also gained a lot more respect for her professionalism, with the fact that she got dragged into really stupid drama unfairly recently, and how she was able to just handle that and keep going. So usually I try to do every 3 months. I try not to repeat a person until it's been at least 3 months since last did one of these for them, just so that it allows me to better reach a wider variety of YouTubers. I might need to clean up the picker wheel for the VTuber selection. Take the names of those who I've decided to always do a video for off the wheel. Maybe take some of the people that I've listed as on hiatus or whatever else off the wheel for now. They're still on the list, just listed as on hiatus because they just don't really stream. I've added a couple names, a couple more VTubers to the wheel. Just kind of fine tune it so that you can get a better, more consistent picking of VTubers every month. I might start recording the picking process, not doing it on like a stream or something, but just like a short little video that I can just like post on social media, because I need to post more on there. I know I do. I'm not a big social media person. I I am not one of those people that needs to be checking my social media all the time. I can go days without looking at it without it bothering me. Which is fine for me personally, but professionally it's not a good idea because the algorithm does not exactly take kindly to such casual people. So need to find a way to increase the amount of stuff that I post without falling into the two typical problems that I feel like a lot of streamers fall into, of either A, getting too personal. VTubers and streamers in general are a little unique in that showing little bits and pieces of yourself and your personal life and whatnot are fine, but you can still overshare, and a lot of people fall into the oversharing category a bit too often, if you ask me. Yeah, I've already gone through that process. The other being getting involved in contentious issues, be they social, political, or whatever else. Definitely do not want to jump onto that bandwagon. That would be a very poor idea. Man, I was really looking forward to this new stream time and everything. Oh, my neck. I feel like last week went really well. I was energized. Even if it was just a gaming stream, it was still, I was active. I wasn't struggling with falling asleep and whatnot. It was early into the week, so I had plenty of energy and whatnot to go with. And then this week, it all comes crashing down. My body decided it doesn't like me. I'm probably feeling really tired because I wasn't feeling too well beforehand, so now that I'm on ibuprofen, my body's like, hey, we're in the perfect position to go get some more rest with this ibuprofen and whatnot so that you can start feeling better. Instead, you're here on the computer doing editing and streaming. bodily needs rarely ever follow a proper schedule, huh? How incredibly rude of them. Doesn't help that my dog is behind me being like, hey, I'm in a super cuddly mood, which does not happen with her very often. So she's very much doing the whole, hey, pay attention to me, spend time with me. It's one of those days. My dog is very much cat-like in a lot of her personality and behaviors. I saw the new trailer for the Mandalorian movie. Not looking forward to it. It looks like something that it's one of those like this could have been an email kind of situation. Where it's like they've made a whole movie and it's like this could have been a new season of a show. Like I don't know. It does not look like something that screams movie so far. Okay, let's do a quick refresher. Sneeze came out of nowhere. Ugh. Anyway. Center 4020. Okay. Center, let's do 40, 20. Gonna make this one be this. It's not quite dark enough. There we go. Really helps the text to stand out a bit more. I like that. Okay, now what was the rest? Let's see, the shadow, the drop shadow, 10, 15, 10. Okay. Oh, wait. No, that was it. Hold on. There we go. Alright, let's see. Make the fill be the blue. I do not know what that abbreviation means, acronym, whatever. I don't know what that one. I don't know what that means. So, WSG is definitely not a combo I've ever seen before. You'd be surprised how much I might not learn. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Despite being in my 30s and having grown up in the time where the internet really came into its own, I was not involved with it until like 2019. So the odds of me learning what's going on and very, very low. What are we doing? We are working on. So every month I do top 10 clips for a selection of VTubers. A few I do every month, but for the most part it's randomly chosen from a list. I basically just go into Twitch, find the top 10 clips listed on the past 30 days, and we make them into videos. That is what we are doing. This is the second batch of January clips. Okay. So get fill color. We need. I think this one will be. Yeah, this. And then. Oh, it's definitely random. I am 100% not getting paid for this. Oh no, that's terrible. That's not bad. Okay, now that's pretty bad. It looks fine from a distance, but close up it's not great. All right, let's that's much better. That's much better. Okay. Could I do this one? No. Yeah, I kind of like the orangish color better. Yeah, basically I get a list of VTubers and I've put them into a picker wheel and then I spin the wheel. There are currently 3 VTubers that I do every single month just because I feel like it. As Vivi, Soy Milk, and currently Tomoe. There is a wheel, yes. It's not anything fancy. It's literally just one of those things. It's just I looked it up on Google and it opened up a website that just lets you make it. Oh no, I don't do that part on stream. Mostly because of the timing, because I have to do the wheel. I have to do it all on the last day of the month. Otherwise I won't be able to get the clips. So I was talking about this earlier. I'm thinking about doing the wheel and then posting that on my Twitter. But I don't do the wheel on stream because I only stream like one day. Oh, I don't stream that often. And due to time constraints of needing to get all of it done. Yes, they are on YouTube. I'm pretty sure the link should be in my... Hold on, let me... It should be in my about. Yes, the VTuber Clips channel. It's the third tab in the About section. I used to do a wider array of clips, but stuff. It started with IRL stuff, post college, trying to find a full-time job, and then just turned into a thing that I just kind of do now. I almost forgot the title comes first. There we go. And every now and then I will do things that improve on the idea, like we're doing now. Is this time around I've been messing with the text stuff here. Messing with the colors and whatnot, making them stand out a bit more. And I'm thinking next month I'm going to try to work on the thumbnails. Change how I do the thumbnails a bit. So every now and then I do something new to just mess around with some stuff and try to improve little things here and there. Holy crap! I just got a text from my boss. It's like, hey, by the way, no work Friday or Monday. Woohoo! I have a freaking 4-day weekend. How many views? Oof. What is the average these days? I currently am logged into the Baskets Edits account, so I can't check that. But off the top of my head, generally around 50. It's not a lot. These videos were actually my least viewed videos during the time when I did more general VTuber clips. But they're the type of thing that I can do more. I can be more productive with these. I pump out 12 of these a lot faster and easier than I can work on regular VTuber clips. You know, trying to find, either watching streams or looking through Twitch clips, finding stuff, grabbing the clips that I need, usually through screen capture, because it's basically one of the only options left these days. So on and so forth. I don't know. There's a lot of strategy and back and forth about a lot of YouTube stuff. I don't... Meh. What color combos do we want to use here? Could maybe use that, and then all right, let's see how this looks. Well, the Clips channel has existed for like 3-4 years. So I definitely wouldn't call it an early on channel, but it's just a small channel. I feel like it, at least on the social media side of things, it started to gain a bit more attention since I've been doing the top 10 stuff more regularly. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. It does match her color scheme. Shorts are also a very weird thing with YouTube. YouTube likes to talk about shorts like they're this big deal and that... Oh, yeah, sorry. Last I checked, I had set ads to the minimal, but I don't really have a lot of control over that. And we'll leave it there. I feel like it is fitting some of her aesthetic. It's just... It just feels like there's something missing. Can't quite put my finger on it. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I think in terms of legibility, this might be our best option. Anyway, my issue with YouTube Shorts is that they don't actually help a channel as much as YouTube likes to claim that they do. There are two main issues. The first is that the views you get with shorts do not count towards your general channel. They're its own section. And two, the chances of somebody actually taking your short and following through with, like, say, going to either liking it, going to your channel, or whatever else with it are insanely low. You can get a lot of views on them, but that's it. That's all you get. There's like almost no other value. So I'm not a big proponent of shorts. I prefer regular stuff more, especially as an editor. As somebody who does editing, I hate shorts. I hate them. They're a pain in the butt. The portrait style limitation especially when working off of streams that are done in landscape, is horrific. It's so dumb. And then there's all of the Gen Z nonsense with how they prefer their videos to be edited, and it's just an ADHD fever dream. I say all this, and I actively make shorts for Muna as her editor. I make her shorts every week. But what? How did I miss adding? There we go. Already got Tomoe's done. I think we can manage this. I was gonna say, like, this pink color schemes tend to be one of the hardest when trying to match it with this. With the... I lost my train of thought of what I was gonna call these, but whatever. Let's see. Might be a bit too dark. Yeah, that's too dark. Let's try... And... Okay, that does seem to be her general model aesthetic. So I think it works. Let's move these over to another clip and see them against some other backgrounds. Yeah, I think it'll work. There we go. I think ultimately I kind of view my YouTube similar to how I've started to view my Twitch, which kind of like, hey, if I pop off and I'm able to make it more of a thing, cool. Do I expect that to happen? No. And it's also not exactly one of the most sustainable career paths in the world. So hey, if it happens that the YouTube channel for the VTuber clips gets really big someday and I'm able to make it more of a full-time thing, awesome. Do I really think that's gonna happen? No, not really. It's been like 3 years and I've made a lot of different videos. I was really diving into a lot of the shorts at one point before the IRL stuff happened and I had to cut back, but I don't know. I just think it can be very tempting but very dangerous to be placing, to go with old allegories, to be placing eggs in the basket of content creation. It can be a very volatile career path. One moment you could be making a lot of money, making fun videos and enjoying life. The next, you could lose everything. So I do think it's a very rare few that are really able to make the most out of that kind of path. And I respect it. I wonder if I should switch these. The problem is it doesn't really end out very well. Definitely not. Hmm. Hmm. That's way too bright. Here we go. This has the tail, so this might be one of our better places to get a good color combo for the aesthetic. All right. Hmm. Hello, how's it going? Which creature are you referring to? There are many creatures involved here. There's me. There's the pickles. The pickles, and then there's Pia. There's also the other VTubers over here. I actually don't know who this one is. I know Barry, and I know Tori, and Pia. See, currently, we're working on the video for Pia P. Pia P UFO. Which, actually, the name is right here. Green one? Is it green? I'm colorblind, so... Yeah, I got no idea. I assumed for the most part the slime was like a bluish kind of color with different different shades and whatnot, heading towards white. But I don't know. Did it not? There it goes. This is gonna sound a little silly, considering this is my third time. I'm pretty sure third time doing one of these compilations for Tori, but I think I just barely realized that her whole character theme is that she's a will-o-wisp. Will-o'-the-wisp. Don't know what is, or is that like her chat, or I don't know. Nah. The will-o'-the-wisp. It's a kind of ghost, wandering spirit. You don't see them brought up as often as they used to be. I feel like will-o'-the-wisps were in a lot of fantasy type stuff back in the day. It's spelled a little weird, but Will-O-Wisp, otherwise known as Will of the Wisp. Just the of is short so it flows better. The hive mind, I wouldn't say, well, I guess not really hive mind, but like the collective ghosts. They're usually always in groups like fireflies. If I recall typical lore correctly, or will-o-wisps are generally ghost creatures that would guide people towards different things. They would usually be shown as either like forming a path of like little lights towards some objective or whatever it is they led towards, or they would hover in like little groups and kind of guide or direct characters towards the same. That was the general idea behind them. Whoa! I hope people will like the new color schemes with the text. I will admit I'm a little bit nervous about it, given that I'm colorblind, so I was like, I don't know if these color combos work as well for others as they do for me. Yeah, thankfully a lot of modern technology makes it a bit easier for people to make do, even if colorblind. But I think it can also depend on the type and severity of colorblindness. Because I've got brothers who are colorblind, but their colorblindness is incredibly minimal compared to mine. And even mine is incredibly minimal compared to others. So, it's kind of like comparing, kind of like comparing other injuries. Like you can have two people that have broken arms, but one person's arm, one of their arms will be differently broken than another. And yes, I do think that's a good comparison because it's basically the same thing, since color blindness comes from having broken eyes. I guess not broken eyes, but eh. To avoid going down a whole thing of trying to figure out the right word for it, I'm just gonna say broken. Yeah, who knows? At the end of the day, I'm just grateful I can at least see colors, even if it's not technically always the correct color. Okay. Where? Which one of these was the chap? This is literally right there. Chapters. Good grief, I'm blind. Okay. Let's just move this over to where usually, crying out loud. And there we go. Yeah, this makes it a lot easier than going through it later on YouTube Studio. I can just copy and paste this. What the? Yeah, what just happened? That's weird. It sent me upwards for some reason. Yeah, the notepad just did a weird thing when I hit Control V. It scrolled up. So I went from here to like up here. I was very confused. My keyboard is very sensitive, so if I hit one key and I fat finger it just a little bit too much, it'll hit one or two other keys. So, get the messy. It's extra funny when you end up hitting Control C and Control V at the same time. So the computer just goes, what? Notepad in particular doesn't like it when I do Control V, because sometimes I'll hit V and B at the same time. So then it'll try to bold the text and paste the text at the same time, and it just breaks its brain. Yeah, it bolds the text, so Control B. Yeah. And then it doesn't like going back once you've done it. I also don't. It did it again. It did it again. I went to hit Control V and it goes. Don't know why it does that. I don't know what key I'm hitting that's causing it to do that. But it keeps happening. I don't really know why Notepad even gives you the option to do markup stuff, because if you do, you can't save it because Notepad works in text files only. So the second you try to do anything else like styling the text or anything, it is no longer considered a text file. So the Notepad goes, hey, by the way, this won't work. Why give me the option? Can't remember the name of the file it wants you to save it to. Is it a markdown file, a markup file? It's something. Anyway. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Best of luck with whatever it is you got going on today. Why are you not selecting? Love. Appreciate you being here. Oh, we're almost at the 2-hour mark. Look at that. Wait a minute. Did it just auto... It just auto-capitalized Minecraft. Is it... Good old Microsoft. I am pretty sure they meant to type horse on this one, so I will actually change that. I feel like that's a typo on the part of the clipper on that one. Oh, whoops. I think I need to mark, like, mark down, remember somehow the tags that I used in today's stream, because I feel like at least one of those is doing some work. We've actually had some people come into the stream and chat, which is nice. Really cool. So maybe one of the tags I used. I don't know. What? Weird. Clicked on the notepad and nothing happened. It's like, I kind of need you to open so that I can type down the stuff, but whatever. My brain is officially broken. Yep. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am struggling. Just gonna fix that too. I think that's another typo. Just noticed that. I didn't notice it before because my brain auto-corrected it. I do remember Tala. She was on hiatus for a while, but I do remember her because she was the first VTuber where one of the clips got age restricted on YouTube because of her model. uh I believe, if I remember correctly, it was the one where she has the channel points redeem, but where her old model had a thing where it would actually squish a watermelon between its thighs. It was the whole animation she had. I don't think YouTube appreciated it much. Oh, it's something in here. I guess I'll figure that out later. Save as text file. I don't know where it got a formatting thing, but 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's that. Oh. Oh. And with that, we are done with everything but the audio editing, which I will do off stream as per usual. Just because. Multiple reasons. Anyway. What a fun day. Oh. I can't wait for the time in my life where my body stops hating me so much. That'll be nice. Let's see. See how long a couple of these people have been streaming, if I want to raid them or not. They've both been going for 4 hours. Does not help me. I need to pick who I'm gonna raid. And they've both been going for the same amount of time. Okay, well, crap. Either of them seem like they're ending stream. Maybe. Okay, one is actively playing a game, so we'll go with that one. Holy crap. Alright. Alright, well, thank you everybody that came by. I appreciate it as always. We got good work done. I'm feeling a little bit better than I did at the start of the stream, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway. Have fun over at Nitya's channel. For people on Twitch, for people on YouTube. Well, most people don't watch the VODs anyway, so no, but thank you everybody who watches, whether YouTube, Twitch, live or VOD. I appreciate it. And I hope you all have a good one. Until next time. Bye-bye.